One thing I will do now that I'm on this new world is I'm going to just start buying a couple of man-at-arms and other units like musketmen. They're pretty cheap, and I'll just be able to stop my cities from dying to Barbs, which will be quite handy. Especially, just all the gold comes through. Sinbad, you legend. I also bought a couple of relics, 1, 2, and also a temple because they were really cheap on gold. I should be saving up for a factory. That's kind of what I should be doing. Yeah, I probably should be doing that, but I get distracted. Well, mercantilism now means that my camps are a little bit better and my lumber mills are better still. I can actually put them on rainforest now. Wonderful. Diplomatic service. We're going to unlock this because I'm actually going to start to get some decent trade routes soon. I do want to go democracy. That's probably the way I'm going to be going this game. Oh, Nazca. That will make my desert lands a lot better. Oh, including my new city up in this direction. I like that a lot. Nazca lines in my Petra city. That would be a good idea. Nalanda. The city-states appear every turn. It's wonderful. Leonardo da Vinci. Do you remember all of those workshops I've got? Sev remembers all of his workshops that he got. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of them so far. 7 workshops, which means because I can use this ability twice, I'm going to get 42 culture per turn from Leonardo da Vinci. Radio boosted first. If I can actually get the shipyard boost, that'd be pretty cool because shipyards are expensive. Do I like the fact that Gaul currently has 4 knights? 3 of them are which are just outside my city. 1 of them's there. There's a bombard. There are archers. Do we think that Gaul has peaceful intentions? It's a difficult question, that one. Luckily, I'm 1 turn away from being able to recall Arthur. That should make any attempted war quite amusing, so we might just stick with this. Combustion boosted from Da Vinci. Never mind, not what we wanted, but that's up to 150 culture. Oh, these workshops. They are a priority for me right now. The Bermuda Triangle exists on this map. Oh, I think it really is in the middle of nowhere. It's always unfortunate when that spawns with no land around it. I love working it. Gave me some gold though. That I cannot complain about. Squirtle, my Pingala city, buying a factory. Get a coal power plant next turn, and this will just help Kilwa being built. Yes, that's right. Kilwa. Thing is, if Gaul does declare on me, I'm allied with everyone, so they will declare war on all 6 nations at the same time. There's a large part of me that would love to see them do that. The absolute nerve to take a play like that would just be exceptional. So if they do declare on me, I think I'll actually be quite impressed. In truth, there's Arthur again. 64 strength. I just wanted to get him in before the era rolled over. He can absolutely decimate the knights. Do I put Sinbad into Bermuda? You gotta believe I do. Where did you go? Where are you? Oh, over here. That wasn't very helpful. Never mind. Oh, you want to take this city, do you? Nope. This is Drillbur. It's kind of like a mole Pokemon, but like 3 times as cute. It's really cute. Irene of Athens. That's another governor. Who am I going to pick up, I wonder? I actually have no idea. I'm going to go for Liang. I like builders. Builder charges. Lovely. Well, the mad lad did it. Look at that. A surprise war against me. Have they actually declared? Yep, they declared war on every single civilization in the game at the same time. I love it. I absolutely love it. That is the best thing I've seen in a huge amount of time. Oh my lord. Nothing will beat that. Nothing will ever beat that. I was going to get Monumentality, but I want heroes with my faith. My gold is being used in 700 different places, so Hicksonk Draconos. Settler movement, more population when I settle new cities on the new world. It's the sort of game where you need it. Are there any city-states I have accidentally declared on near me? Just Chingati. This is an unfortunate one that the AI has got control over. I do kind of want that one. Never mind. I'm going to start picking up industrial city-states now. Singapore, you are first up. I need things to improve my factories and my workshops. That'll do both. Coal power plants, you say, with 12 production? Don't mind if I do. Now, this is all about focus firing. If I can destroy some of these knights before they do too much pillaging, that'll be great. But I have thrown walls up in most of my cities. I'm not too stressed about Gaul doing genuine damage to me here. We should be okay, to be fair. We're just going to attack the defenses of Lechonk. They're going to see if they can take down a second city, I think. Again, you have to respect the hustle. Now, I believe I can make my cities a little bit stronger by upgrading one of my boats to a caravel. Yeah, that's up to 59 strength now. That's a lot stronger than it was. This is an Arrow Storm Archer. That's looking pretty good, to be fair. And Arthur's going to just come and chop through all of the enemy archers. That's nice. Sorry, Georgia. I'm going to steal this little bit of land down to the south. There's spices, but also another source of coal. Let's name this one Dugong. That's a cool Pokemon. Another Hansa. Every time we can just open a city with one of these beautiful Hansa districts. Oh, the rewards for us are so ridiculous. And the movement has appeared on our settlers now. This is exactly what we wanted. As soon as they get to sea, a lot of extra movement. You appear to be in range of 3 strikes. I needed 2 to defeat you, but this is good. The more that these knights separate and just try and plunder everything at once, the more city strikes I get against them. This is lovely. And my Great Prophet is just perfect. I keep moving my Great Prophet onto random tiles and causing the knights to go and pillage him rather than my stuff. Very effective. Diversionary tactics. Prophet style. I'm going to settle on top of this ivory to get the wine and the coal in range. I mean, I can put another city there. Now, this is a total separated landmass. I could have settled there anyway. But if you can avoid settling so close, you might as well. 4 population. I'm going to lose one immediately because of their bad food location. I can just buy that horse and I should have enough food. There you go. We've got enough food. There's Marowak. If I put Nazca lions in the spaces between these cities, I reckon we should be really good. But look, I've got 3 colonies now on this North American continent. I just need to send a couple of units to the north, but I'm getting there. I've now got 17 cities compared to 9, 6, 4, 8, 9 and 10. So we really have managed to get a couple of settlements out very quickly. That's every original knight now killed. There's a couple of new ones that are appearing from the north, but I'll be honest with you, the defenses are holding pretty well here. Was that Kamasi? Oh, I found Kamasi. Okay, yeah, now I need to get the trade routes up and running. Where is it? There you are. Perfect. Right, okay, this is where all of my gold is now going. 1, 2, Kamasi has been taken. Now we need to figure out where my best available routes are. It's going to be Squirtle routes, aren't they? My capital and my Pingala city. Both of these are going to be doing very fine for me, but I will start it all off from my Pingala city because we can focus the production into Kilwa. Yeah, let's start trading with those city-states as soon as we can. Oh, you really need to stop splitting all these knights up, friend. These are archers. These are not strong units, and I am just blasting Gaul's units. They're just... Why? Why would you bother with this attack? It's gone from being so wonderful to just, like, slightly tragic all at the same time. Steam power. One thing I did notice is that I haven't been doing envoy quests at all, and 2 of these city-states, Fez and Jerusalem, well, they want an ironclad. So where is my caravel? There's an ironclad. Look at that. A couple of extra envoys. Start collecting these a little bit better. Privateer, Ranger, Pike and Shot. There's quite a few of these that are fairly easy to get, you know. Only trade with city-states. Excellent. Every single one of these 5 routes from my capital can give me 8 culture per turn, and it'll get even better when I get Chungati because that will give me 8 faith per turn on these trade routes as well, and we can start really saving up my faith. That is perfect, and exactly what you like to see. Chopping out Kilwa. Come on, we can do it. Another city, about as close to the Bermuda Triangle as we can get. Alas, it is not to be. I was going to call a city Rhydon, but I'm going to call it Ursa Rhydon for obvious reasons. I think that's fairly obvious. Printing. I'm a little stronger against Gaul now, which is good. And this is what I really wanted for my Pingala city. Chosen campus gains 2 housing and 1 amenity. Plus, later into the game, I'll get 40%, well, 20% more of a benefit from being happy in my empire. Yes. These are all very, very good benefits. And Squirtle is getting stronger and stronger now. In fact, with that cutout, Kilwa. 3 envoys, that in itself is wonderful. But a 15% boost to science or any other yield if I'm suzerain of 1 city-state, and 15% extra in all cities if I've got 2 on side. Well, this is exciting because what I can do now is say, Buenos Aires, for whatever reason, you have no envoys here at all. So this will give me more amenities because this is luxuries providing 1. Excellent. There's 2 industrial city-states that I am friends of now, which means my factories are working twice as hard, and I've got 15% bonus production on buildings and wonders and districts in every city. And with Nalanda, that's 15% science in my Pingala city as well. Plus, I think universities are now worth 10? Oh yeah, they are. Oh yeah, they are. Make this city as happy as can be. Hey, +1 will do. That will do. trading now within Gazagamu. Some really good gold on some of these routes, actually. I mean, this one goes right through a barb camp, but apart from that, I'm sure it's fine. One more city on this new continent. That's my 5th. This one shall be called Scyther. So now that I've got all 5 trade routes from my Pingala city, we're gonna start sending them out to the city-states that want them. A little bit harder to get to, these ones. We can figure it out, though. There shouldn't be too much of an issue. A few of them need to go from this city, a few of them need to go from this city. It's all good. More envoys. More. Oh, I just picked up a city I didn't even knew existed. All right. It doesn't have any resources and it's a bit useless. I don't know whether to keep it or not. I might refuse it. I might receive it, and we're going to go and liberate it. Send it back. Might be a good use of my army, especially if I can make peace with Gaul. Are you done with this attack? Oh, no, you want pain, do you? Don't think so. Probably because they've got the twins here and they're like, this is not going to be able to do anything about this. Well, I'll keep peppering you with annoying attacks. How about that? Let's get Nazca quickly. I really want Nazca lands. There's a few of my deserty cities that will benefit from this massively. Like, check this out. Remember, the Nazca lands apply not only to the sea, but also to city centres. So, pop. You see, look, it's improved the yields of both of these towns. Oh, it's brilliant. I love Nazca lands. You can't work them directly. You just don't need to. You don't need to. Seen how many unfinished wonders I've got in this city. +4, +6, +4, +2. There's a +4. Oh, Ludwig. You really shouldn't. It's just about trying not to put too many down because you do want to actually work a few tiles. Here's Angkor Wat. I've got about 20 cities, so 20 bonus population. Now that is something very tasty indeed. Plus an extra housing in every city, especially the houses that would apply to cities on the coast with no fresh water. Those are the houses that matter a lot, so perfect. Here are the aforementioned trade routes. I don't know if any are particularly better than others. I kind of want them all, so we'll start picking them all up, but there's 3 from this city. Good to know. Oh, check that out. No one gave me a single piece of gold that entire aid request. What's wrong with you, world? I'm so lovely and sweet. I deserve all of the financial aid. I definitely wouldn't be using that financial aid to half build wonders and then never get around to finishing them. No, Ludwig would never do that. Never. Oh, look, pretty Nazca line. Mohenjo-daro. I would love it if I had full access to housing even if I wasn't next to water. Oh, it's like you read my mind. Hey, look, everyone. Look, I built an actual dam. I never build dams. Well, apart from when I'm playing England, in which case I build dams and canals everywhere. But look, hopefully this river won't flood again. Actually, no, do I want it to flood? Now that I've built it, I want to be smug all game. So yeah, please flood, river. Is there anything more satisfying in Civ than watching an oasis get to filthy yields by building Nazca lines around it? I really don't know if there is. That's beautiful. Look at Nazca lines. Oh, they just improve everything. Oh, a privateer. I needed one of those. We are slowly going through all of the quests, and they're quite handy, actually. Right, let's go and kill this galley, which is just raiding me. It's being very rude. Tell you what, Vilnius. Well, that will give me more Theatre Square district adjacency, and I think I've actually got a level 2 alliance somewhere. If I don't, it'll be pretty close. Yeah, within about 20 turns at the very minimum. So we're going to start getting some really impressive Theatre Squares soon. I need to get Diplomatic League out of my government because it's clogging things up. I would love Chinguetti. That would be an amazing city-state for me, and Nandol. Okay, city-state-wise, that's enough. We need to actually focus on getting the ones that we have already in a good place. So let's just change my government around. Monarchies are really good. Invention, it's so good, but we're so far ahead on those engineering points. I'm tempted to let that one slide for a little bit, just for a little bit. We're not building settlers at the moment. I've got some stuff to do in my capital. Serfdom is always useful. Let's take Diplomatic League out. Right, let's just get a whole new government. Visselbanken, a lot of trade routes to city-states, Republican Legacy, and Raj. Those are the 3 I'm going to put in for now. Oh yeah, big yields. Big yields. Starting to settle a bit further inland now. Here's Taurus. +4 Hansa. That's amazing. Why? 1, 2, 3, 4. I guess it does make sense, but that's just silly numbers. Public Works is back in. Republican Legacy is barely doing me anything. So I'm going to pop back in my settler card because we're about to start rocking on that one again. Because don't forget, this is a trick in your settler producing city. For every military city-state you've got, the barracks and the armory, well, they both increase the rate that you can produce settlers. So we're going to just jump on that one a little bit. Stable, armory, get building settlers again. Robot Hammurabi enjoys this scientific alliance. I dread to think what I'm teaching him. As soon as we go to level 2 alliance, I think he gets research labs, doesn't he? Yes. That is slightly problematic. Never mind. Well, hey, an Indonesian city. That's a good thing we haven't got a cultural alliance with them. We're just nabbing these little by little. The majestic. Ditto. Some better tiles than this one, including some jade. So this feels like a slightly better take than the other one. Is that a +5? Oh, thank you for improving that Hansa so much. I really need to focus on getting some entertainment in my lands. Has Colosseum been built yet? Colosseum hasn't been built yet. What is going on in this game? It's not a bad Colosseum there. Okay, we are going to just try and put Colosseum down. Might be tricky, but that would be at least some happiness. And water parks, entertainment complexes, that sort of thing needs to go down immediately. That's a 3 ironclad. We like that a lot. Now this looks like a terrible desert city. Up until the point you remember that Nazca lines make this a really good city indeed. Great city of Lapras. It's not really icy, is it? But I guess it's on the coast. Close enough. Look, I did the meme. I'm Germany and I built Ruhr Valley. Yay! This is my Pingala city. 20% production in the city's good. 1 production for each mine and quarry. It's not going to get me a huge amount, to be fair, but I did the meme. That's what matters, really. Sinbad is back, trading faith effectively for gold. It's never been so good. This is the new city of Porygon. Again, all of these just like casual 4 population cities. All of these settlers being produced from the one city over in this direction. I mean, it's wonderful. It's great. Let's have city centre buildings being built faster, and I want to go for ranged because every time Gaul sends troops towards me, it's funny to just repel them with a single archer. Well, I mean, admittedly, I've got crossbows now, but the idea is very similar. Yes, there you go. All the points. All the points for old Ursa. There's Ada Lovelace. It's more districts for cities, and I'll be honest, I have no idea where to put her. All of the cities that need districts have them. That's not fun. It's a line inventory. Get out of my land. All 7 governors, by the way. There was no need to spread them around. I kind of just fancied getting them all. Turn 156 now, and it did occur to me, I haven't really got a win condition in mind. It's very strange. Cree have a lot of tourism, actually. 187. I think it's mainly great works. Yeah, there's a lot of great works there. I could go tourism and just purely biosphere it. Maybe just sticking high science. High science, high gold, that sort of stuff is really good. Oh, look at the speed. The speed I can build my city centre buildings at the moment is wonderful. Science and gold. I like science and gold. It's a good combo. I want to be rich and I want to know things. Hey, you, viewer, do you have problems with your golden ages? Do you find them difficult to achieve? Well, look no further. Taj Mahal. As soon as you build this, you will never ever be in anything other than a golden age ever again. Trust me. Also, when was the last time you saw a complete wall around it? It's always got a little gap. Oh, I love the lameness of just watching these horses in their little arena just jousting. They do it so slowly. Brilliant. Settlers back in. I took out Visselbanken. It's a good card. It's not giving me as much as I'd like, and I have 4 envoys available, so we are going to put Diplomatic League back in. I think we should just have this for one last go. Akkad, Muscat, Preslav, Vatican. All of these doubling up on the envoys. Just need a couple more and we should have almost complete control over these things. Oh, better governments. I cannot wait. I literally cannot wait. And a 3 market and a bank in my Pingala city, which is wonderful. This is a really good example of how epic defending is compared to attacking sometimes. This samurai, 48 strength compared to the 55 of the musket. So this musket is 7 stronger, but because I was fortifying on a rainforest, I got extra defensive strength from that, and they did way more damage to themselves than they did to me. If ever you find yourself confronted by a stronger unit, that is always something you can do, and it is always a lot of fun. I'm actually starting to build a lot of Renaissance walls now. Not something I'd done a lot of before, but it is quite handy. Extra Diplo favor means extra economy. Sinbad will just destroy that barbarian encampment, which gives me the gold to put my first aquarium down. Now, that is 1 amenity in every city within 9 tiles. So adds up pretty quickly. Now, I do have a lot of cities away from the coast, so it's not as good as it could be. Still, I like these little bonuses that add up very tastily. It's the city of Snorlax, and it has a lot of elephants. Wow, really does. Chichen Itza. I think I've cut down all the rainforest in this city, but I had a bunch of spare production, so I built it anyway. 1 production tool rainforest tiles and 2 culture tool rainforest tiles in this city. You know what, actually, that looks like I've got at least some rainforest around it. Oh yeah, 4 tiles. Oh, that's plenty. Some would say too much rainforest. I should have probably put down the zoo rather than the aquatic center, but what you gonna do? What you gonna do? Gaul is still refusing peace unless I pay him. I love his style. I honestly do. Ambriorix has just achieved a lot this game, and I respect it all. What I am thinking is later in the game, I could go for the beautiful Golden Age that lets me declare a war so brutal that I take no grievances. And I've got so many against him. I could just get plains and flatten Gaul and take all its land. That would give me quite a few extra cities, and the world would, join in with that war because they're all allied to me. It would be a 3 war. To do that, I'm going to unlock bombers, but before I do that, we're going to go refining, then chemistry, then advanced flight in that order. So there's a lot of stuff we want to do. I think we can unlock it all with decent time. Oh, there's the peace. Go on then. The fact that they're actually offering peace without any gold from me to them, that's a step in the right direction. We'll encourage that sort of behavior. A Renaissance era Colosseum. Wow, we really did wait on that one, didn't we? But never mind. Look, it's in the middle of loads of districts. Look how cool that is. That's a lot of extra culture. Actually, I'll just update you all with what I'm doing, but that is, I think, 5 of my cities with +2 amenities. It helps. It's +8 culture as well. 6, 6, 4, 6, 4. I'm not optimizing it as probably well as I could be, but I do get a little distracted sometimes between building new districts and doing other things. But if I get the zoo in this city as well, is that what I want to be focusing on? I guess science is probably what I want to be focusing on at the moment. I bought it. I bought it anyway. It's fine. Conservation. Alright, I actually do have enough for a couple of national parks if I've got space for them in my land. I don't know if I do, but 1, 2, 3. That's Fez. That's 2 scientific city-states. That's 15% bonus science. Oh, across my nation. Lovely. Especially because the universities are all giving me 10 science. Cree are desperately trying to settle out, but I've got more settlers than you do. Oh, you're gonna love the fact that I've just been scuttling around, settling under your kneecaps. There's nowhere you can run. My people are already there. Make sure you have the city specializing in what they're good at. Like, this is a 6-charge builder capital, and I can pump them out every 2 turns, so that's what this city's doing. This city is specialized in settlers. That's what it's doing. This one has got wonders in production. That's what it's doing. Variation. It's good. It's fun. I fell. Ooh, that's 1,500 production towards a wonder in total. And Mendeleev. That's chemistry. I never get that alliance bonus, although I probably should. Ballistics boosted already. Oh, yep, no, there's chemistry. I was wondering whether I'd have that or not, but I didn't. There is something inherently satisfying about using a settler to take over a tribal village. Something just wonderful about the ridiculousness of it. Is it a city that we can all use? No, it is forbidden. A forbidden city. Wildcard policy slot is an amazing thing. Plus, again, look at all the districts around it. Actually, saying that, it's got more wonders around it, but it's got districts. Whoa. Craziness, but another wildcard policy slot is always something that I will tastily consume. Military research is actually proving to be relatively useful for me. I would like natural philosophy back as well. We are upping the number of campuses, but happiness is going to be giving me a lot more right now. Making sure my cities don't have that -10 penalty and then pushing into +10% gains on all my yields, that's big news. So we're going to try that for a little bit. I think this should basically, yeah, oh, look, I've actually got a happy city. Who knows which city is actually the happy one? No one's entirely sure. Oh, it's Ditto. Aw, cute. Don't mind me while Sinbad just steals this barbarian encampment. Yeah, there is an argument to say that leaving these to be created into city-states is probably the better long-term solution for me. But 500 gold, well, I would see the world burn than leave gold on the table. Moltres. I think probably the worst of the 3 birds from the original game, but still a good one. That was my 25th city. We just check in. We've got 9, 9, 3 for Macedon. What is happening with Macedon? I guess they just never broke out, did they? They lost this city to loyalty. They lost these 2 to loyalty. Yeah, they were just squidged in like anything. 9 for Gaul, 10 for Babylon, 10 for Cree. Cree really got the lucky straw, along with me, as to where they could be settling, but they just haven't made an effort to get to the other continent yet. Dear, oh dear. I will take that all day long. Military Academy. Just keeping the food growth in my capital to make sure that this is getting me everything I can. Oh, all of the improvements just keep getting totally demolished from around here. Please stop doing that. Would I prefer 5 production on a tile or a +7 theatre square? Reluctantly, we've got to take the theatre square. That is a ridiculous theatre square, by the way. Love it. Okay, that's just rude. Look at that. A trade route plundered. Dear oh dear. Cahokia and Muscat will take new trade routes, but it's good to have these things renewed every now and then. To be honest, getting a trade route plundered, not the worst thing. Ultimately, you just renew them, get more envoys. Just do it that way. It's nice. Oh, the Renaissance Wars. We're up to 10 Renaissance Wars in my empire. 20 extra Diplo favor. If I was going for a Diplo victory, which I don't know if I am, to be fair, Germany is such a good builder of it. Up there with Georgia as probably the best in the game for it. It's a Colossus! Again, the good thing about Ludwig is even the fact the Colossus needs to be built next to a district is enough to give it a +2 culture bonus. That in itself is just it's a lovely thing. There's a Hansa there, makes it even better. Another trade route, you say? Even better. Oh, I can actually do the route to Cahokia. I thought that would be impossible because of the way the ice cap had formed there, but I'll take it. That's another city-state that I am now friends with. Oh, no, it isn't. I'm just being annoying and stealing it from Georgia. I'm going to do that anyway. Number 2. Excellent. City-state master. This is my favorite way of playing, I think. Is it my favorite way of playing? Oh, that's an ambitious statement. Do I like to crusade? Yes. Do I like to build railway? Yes. Do I like to name my city Zapdos? Yes. Oh yeah, that's right. There was another city in my empire that needed a dam. Oh no, what has happened? Okay, that's not as bad as it could be. That is not as bad as it could be. Have I built over every floodable tile in this land? Yeah, I have. Oh no, apart from this one. But I need an antiquity site removed from it. Right, this is a project. This is a real project. Let's just fix everything up quickly and then we'll get a theatre square built. Oh look, speaking of railroads, it's my first military engineer. Wonder what I'm going to be doing with this. That's right, making a perfect road between Gengar and the coast. I very, very much would like to be able to get these settlers out of my land a bit quicker than they're going at the moment. Just going to switch my alliances around. Cree, you don't get the culture alliance this time. I love playing like this. So they've been settling all amongst and inside of my empire. Like, look at this. My only 4 loyalty there, 0.3 there. As soon as I start getting more population up in these areas, there's no way they'll keep all these cities. No way at all. Speaking of using settlers to take tribal villages, I like using privateers to do the same thing. Feels slightly aggressive, but sure. You also get the 50 gold from the promotion, which is at loot. I never knew that. That's just fun. I had a spare charge if I fell, by the way. That's why Mont Saint-Michel is going to be finished. Oh, come now. Stop it. Hang on. What? That's a flood. That's a dam. I've dammed this river. What are you talking about? Wait a minute. I feel like the game's not rewarding me for building dams. Is there like a double river system up there? I think there might have been. It might have slipped through. Anyway, I can now make martyr apostles, and I've still got my religion, by the way, so I still could go reliquaries in theory. I've unlocked oil. We'll come back to that in a second. What is going on here? Oh, it is a second river, isn't it? Okay, fine. I'll put down a dam, but not because I was told to, because I wanted to, okay? That's what's happening here. Oh my lord, I need so many builders. All my gold at the moment is just going into endless builder spam. Back to the original announcement. Did I get any oil? Doesn't look like it. Oh, but it looks like there might be some on my borders. I've got at least one source of oil. That's okay. Literally none in my territory. Some a little bit over to the right. Lots of offshore oil. Loads on this coast, but it's all offshore. I've got some on this little island chain. That's where I was going to go and settle. Some down there. Okay, so I actually have none. There's 30 sources on the map, apart from this one down there, but it's not a problem. They are in areas that I can go and settle, so we'll jump on those in a second. I should be building more of these Cahokia mounds, actually. They provide a lot of happiness and housing. I think at this stage of the game I could have 1 per city, maybe even 2 per city, upon discovering natural history. Yeah, so I could get up to 2 amenities per city just by putting these down. It's not bad. They're good for tundra, because there's very little else you can put on tundra. Here we are. It's the industrial era. New city-state quests. More importantly, a golden age choice. Ooh, it's a lot of people in a dark age around me. Babylon, Gaul, Indonesia. Lovely. Now, this is a bit of a choice for me. Hicksonk Draconis means we continue settling the new world. That's fun. To arms. That means we can get a golden age form of war that gives me pretty much no grievances, and I could just take over Gaul, which is very tempting. I don't think I need the Golden Age, do I? I don't think I need the Golden Age. I'm going to go Hicksonk Draconis. I think to arms will be the next one we do. We can still declare war. Doesn't matter what we do, really, doesn't it? So, yeah, I think that's the better way around of doing it. God, the universities are being built and our science is climbing. Did I just see that right? Shipyards give you 20 gold Oh my lord, I forget how much city-states add up. Look at that, 5 of them all giving +4. Nonsense. I really need to pay more attention to these quests. Electricity, that one is an easy one to do. That's just a second privateer. Replaceable parts? Can never remember that one. 3 line inventory, but I've got to do a line inventory for something else. Okay, right, so what we're going to do is just start to buy a few troops. They don't have to be very good. The odd thing, just a pike and shot, 1,000 gold? Well, that's enough to get a ton of envoys with a bunch of people. And you can see every city-state now has at least one. So I'm going to take out the diplomatic league card. This is no longer needed. And liberalism is going to go in next. 15 more amenities. I like to keep my cities as happy as possible. We're right on the cusp of making a lot of them very happy here. The first railway in the world. Oh, it's very rare that I build a railway and the first thing I do with it is build straight towards another civ, but I'm actually using Indonesia here just to chuck myself into the sea as fast as possible. Now we're in a new age. I'm going to burn some of this faith and we're going to start building some national parks. Now, I'm not too interested in the tourism that I'm going to get from these, although the tourism is quite nice. It's the amenities. Each one gives 2 for the city it's in and then 1 for the surrounding 4, so it's worth 6 amenities each. 2 national parks, 12 amenities. I've got to build 4 and every city in my empire gains 1. It's very useful. You can see there's a couple of parks I can already make, but we're going to have to do a little bit of moving around the map to make sure that we can do more. Oh, come on now. I'm trying. I'm in danger. Continue to... Oh, it's the Hansa that's been broken. Oh, that's painful. What is the moral of this story? Is it that you should build dams? No, you just need to learn to get really good at complaining about them. A merchant with 2 envoys is always a welcome treat because I can start collecting more and more suzerains now. I am tempted just to focus on Chungati. It's going to be quite the purchase, but if I can take this one over, the amount of faith I'm going to get from my trade routes will colossally improve, so we'll keep on that. National parks, by the way, especially when you've got the Taj Mahal, these are the easiest way to generate era score in the game. Like, each one gives me 4, apart from the first one, which gives me 5. Lovely. A bank has 25 gold. Oh my lord. There's 1 line inventory. That's pretty handy, actually. That's another city-state quest. But I need to get a few of them for this. What was that? Electricity. I think I do have 1 privateer, so I just need a second. Ideology. Okay, this might be a little bit frustrating because I did have a military policy that was giving me the production, and now it's jumped to economic, which I'm finding difficult. But I can get the science from 5-year plan now, which is good. As much as it's fun building these settlers, I need that card back in. So 5-year plan, public works, liberalism, republican legacy, Raj. Now we can go military research. That's 36 science from all my Renaissance wars. Beautiful. And my favorite, logistics. Again, we've lost the limes card, which isn't very good, so I can't build walls as quickly anymore. Hey, small improvements. Small improvements. This is good. Build a factory and workshop. Factories provide 2 production. Excellent. Yeah, pop you in this city. 1 charge in my capital. Then I'll send the second and use it on a city that doesn't even have a workshop. That's probably a good idea. Oh, like Snorlax. Excellent. Given how many of my trade routes to my allies and the fact that the government slots are better in democracy for me because I don't need military slots, we're going to go democracy. Communism was tempting. I was going a bit more combat-y, but it's just the 3 military policy slots at the moment. I just don't need that. Is that an 11 population city you're losing there, Indonesia? Dear oh dear, it's a shame I have such large population cities on your border, isn't it? Just unfortunate. Don't mind this railway I'm building through your land, by the way. It's nothing to worry about. This, however, is the 3rd line inventory, so replaceable parts is boosted, and we've just got 3 envoys with city-states. Oh yeah, just filling these out is pushing me closer to 6 envoys with every city-state. Very handy indeed. Alright, the railway is now pretty much complete. There we go, so I can get my settler all the way through Indonesia's land in one go, and then out to the sea to go and settle. That saves so much time. I'm also building railways, of course, to all my cities, because that's what I do. That's the high-end Civ content I know you're all looking for. Railway Simulator. Plus, that's my first corps, and that's my first army. Look at that. 82 strength line inventory. Gives me absolutely nothing. Plus, that is my second privateer, which gives me the boost to electricity, and another 3 envoys. Oh yes, late game. This is hilarious. Buenos Aires actually wants the boost to suffrage. Is it worth just taking that? Do I think I have control over them already, don't I? Yeah, I do. So it's not necessarily worth it, but I don't want to say no to it either. I'm going to pick up Chingeti anyway. We just need one more envoy there now. Another city, another 4 population. It's Articuno. There is a bit of a barb problem here, so I'm just going to hold off sending my builder out. But I do have units. I've got units nearby that can come through. Just training up to a cavalry. Excellent. I've got a samurai on the way. We should be able to take this encampment out fairly quick. I'm not going to wait for the suffrage boost. I just realised I haven't even discovered what sewers are, let alone making 4 of them. That's an expensive little diversion, that. So, yeah, we'll hold off for now. Here we go. Democracy time. Voting makes everything better. There's military research. We've got 5-year plan. We've got liberalism. We've got Republican legacy and Raj. I'm going to stick Visselbanken in to make my trade routes even better. I haven't got monarchic legacy at the moment, so I've just lost a huge amount of diplo favor. That's an easy enough to get card. New deal. Oh, that's so good. 20 amenities. It's all building up. As we build more districts, that gets even better. You know what? I'm going to treat myself to Trade Confederation for a little bit. My trade routes to other civilizations, including city-states, are now getting me science and culture. Oh, yeah, there we go. Happiness is starting. +4 in my capital, +4 in my Pingala city, up to 430 science per turn. But we can just upgrade that card very quickly to market economy. That's the improved version of the one I just put in. That's 2 culture and science. Excellente. This should help to put the squeeze on Cree a little bit more. Another city. I want all of them. Mewtwo. Yes. Powerful city indeed. Plonk a harbour down almost immediately. Get my builder out to be working this. But you can see we're now -13 on that city. -4. They should lose both of these cities fairly quickly. Georgia, are you in a dark age? Never in a normal age. That's unfortunate. Never mind. We'll take out over soon. Don't you worry. Probably finish some of these buildings. What do I want? A Grandmaster's Chapel would be a lot of fun to get a lot of army very quickly. Foreign Ministry just lets me utilize every city-state army in the game. Both are a lot of fun, but I like the Grandmaster's Chapel. Something about it that just speaks to my soul, you know? Oh, there are so many city-state routes that are so good. Look at these. This one's to Buenos Aires. That's to Mahanja Dairo. We've got some more from Squirtle as well. Oh, Kabul. Actually, you've done. But I needed a route with Babylon, I believe. Yes, I don't know if I'm going to be going tourism, to be honest, but Ludwig's so good at it. It is certainly quite tempting. Can I not get any route to Babylon at all? I can't. That's weird. All right, well, I'll have to move to a city that can trade with Babylon. Ah, yes, the grand city of Ursa Rhydon. That's where we're going to send it from. Capitalism. There's market economy. It's a little bit more of everything. Oh, laissez-faire is very tempting as a card. It really is. I'm going to hold off for now, but if we can get bigger governments and better governments, then you bet that's what we're going to do. What's my culture doing? We are starting to get a little bit of tourism now. Taking a small penalty for having a good government. Cree have gone for an even weirder government. What are they? Oh, they've gone the naughty government. They've gone fascist. All right, so tourism's not going to be a walk in the park. But already we're getting like 430 with most people here. So that means we're getting a tourist every turn, roughly. But Cree is currently getting 3 per turn. So we're not there yet. I need a tourism of about 1,000 just to keep up with Cree. Good to know. Good to know if that's the way we go. I don't know if we're going to just stick science or not here, but we'll see. Oh, Darwin has the Pantanal. Lovely. There's the Babylonian trade route. Look at it. 7 food, 8 production, 21 gold, 5 science, 2 culture. Yum. And finally, a very special shout out goes to Glorious Petra, Matthew Wilkinson, Paul Coffey, Portland, Scott Stratton, Major King Kong, Davalex, Skeptical Bear, Alex Noob, Cinnamon Beard, Petra Ryan, Rom88, Radiatore, Private Selection, Genoa Salami, Boyzoro, Callum Billy, Garrett Gowan, Polar Beret, El Truant, Creston, RB Hedged, Mushkin Mandletort, Esri Dax, Deeble Time, Shoelace, Burial, I'm Daft, Gooberman, Clint Hennis, Dr. Bobby, Polar Wallabear, Mixomatosis, NTG Golfman, Victor McPupster, Indigenous 68. Thank you everyone for your support. See you all in the next video. Goodbye!